Chicago Cubs baseball fans. We in the building. This is the first full live call for this here baseball season. And what better way to start it than with the Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. We already know how that rivalry is. We're going to get right into this game right after this.
Welcome to the number one place for all Chicago baseball. Let's start the show.
All right. This is it, man. The Chicago Cubs sitting at 17-17, fresh off calling back Christopher Morel back to the big league roster. They are ready to get it in versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us right here on Chicago Cubs and Chicago White Sox Central, or Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central. Either way, it is what it is. Cubs are at Wrigley Field on an overcast, rainy, wet, damp day against the 11-24 St. Louis Cardinals. Jeez, that's a bad record. And then the Cubs are sitting at 17-17. Beautiful day for baseball. I'm just kidding. It's bad. It looks pretty bad out there. Looks wet. Looks miserable. I was in Wrigley Field about this time last year when they played against the White Sox, and it was the same type of weather. But it was a good game to go to, man. So they call up my guy. You got Marcus Stroman on the mound tonight. And he's ERA is pretty good. Ground ball rate is pretty good. He hasn't really gotten much run support, and that's tough for him right there. But other than that, it's been a strong start for Morel. What's going on, everybody in the chat? We appreciate you guys for joining us for this game, Cubs versus St. Louis Cardinals, for the first live call of the season. You might see a couple of the guys pop in and out throughout this process. I'm so happy that baseball has speeded up their process, so we won't be here for 5-6 hours today. In AAA so far this year, Christopher Morel, 29 games. He did all right. 31 runs scored in 115 at bats. He had 38 hits, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 11 home runs, 31 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, and he also had 17, drew 17 walks. Struck out 41 times though, so that's a lot in 115 at bats. So he's gonna have to he's gonna have to be patient at the plate. But his batting average is 330, slugging percentage at 730, OPS at 1.156, and that's all in AAA Iowa. So we're looking to see all these young guys from Morel, Amaya, and Mervis. Those guys are the youth movement is in full swing for the Chicago Cubs so far. So hopefully this game doesn't get rained out, because if it does get rained out, I'm gonna dip out until they get back. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for the rain to stop. You dig? But hey, we're looking for the Cubs to go ahead and take care of business and get back above 500. Let's see. They got swept by the Marlins in 3 games, and then they lost 3 out of 4 versus the Nationals, and they ended up taking 2 out of 3 versus the Marlins again. So the Cubs are in a nice little stretch where they're struggling, but they're still only 2.5 games out of first place, because Pittsburgh is on a 7-game losing streak. Milwaukee hasn't been playing well, and we all know the White Sox just took care of business, took 2 out of 3 versus Cincinnati, and here we are playing against the bottom cellar dwellers, the St. Louis Cardinals. So yeah, man, the Cubs got work to do. Let's see how they doing in their last 10 games. Because right now, if they didn't fall into this little funk, they would be in first place. Yep, 3-7 in the last 10 is not good, especially with the Pirates on a 7-game losing streak. But that's just how baseball goes, man. It's crazy. The Cubs still sitting at plus 46 in their run differential too, so they're still scoring runs, but they have slowed down a bit as the season progresses. Last night we had man, that was crazy how they lost yesterday, and all those innings, not able to get them over and score, and it ended up costing them the game. But hey, it's a new day. Baseball is pretty much every day. Let me know what y'all think, man. I can't believe it's been 25 years since Kerry Wood struck out all those batters, man. That was a long, long time ago. And it's strange to think that it's been 25 years since that happened. I do remember where I was and how life was for me. I was a young kid at that time, 25 years ago, at about 15, 16 years old, watching this man mow down batters like they were not even out there. Shout out to Kerry Wood for coming back to commemorate such an amazing feat with 21 strikeouts. That's crazy. Don't forget to chat. Keep company with me, man. I appreciate hearing from you guys. Wilson Contreras is back, three-time All-Star with the Cubs, 2016 World Series champion. So of course, the crowd's definitely going to show him some love today. He's been having a pretty rough year in St. Louis. They're scapegoating him, kind of like the way Memphis scapegoated Dylan Brooks last week when they lost in the playoffs in the first round. So Wilson Contreras was out there to be their catcher. Now he's not their catcher anymore. He's going to be their DH. It's going to be crazy. And then you got BLJ, the general. Y'all already know. Salute the general, saying he remembered like it was yesterday when he struck out Derek Bell in that nasty slider. Then he blew out his elbow with that Tommy John surgery. Yeah, man. Him and Mark Pryor, bro. They were some hard throwing pitchers. They deserved to at least get an opportunity to win a World Series together, but it didn't work out. We all know the whole fabled tale of Bartman interfering with a catch, but the Cubs still had an opportunity to win that series, so I don't really blame him for them losing that. But yeah, man, that was a crazy situation, having two pitchers that were just lights out and would strike out easily, 9-10 batters, double-digit batters every time they took the mound. That was incredible. So we got the Cubs and the Cardinals getting ready to get started in game one of their series. It's going to be fun, man. It doesn't matter what St. Louis's record is. It's always going to be a battle when it comes down to the Cubs. Like right around the league real quick, we got the Tigers and the Guardians going at it. The Guardians are down 4-2 versus the Tigers. And of course, the White Sox are paying attention to that one. As those two division foes are playing against each other. And then we got a good AL East battle over there with the Orioles and the Rays playing against each other. The Rays are up 1-0. They've been losing a little bit lately. I thought they weren't going to lose too many games. The Pirates on their 7-game losing streak have yet to score a run in the bottom of the fifth versus the Colorado Rockies. And just underway, you got the Yankees at 18-17 playing the Oakland Athletics. Man, the Athletics are abysmal. Those guys are awful, man. 8-27, 5-12 away, and they're sitting in the no man's land because it's already understood that those guys are headed over to Vegas. So now they're just out there in Oakland, just waiting, biding their time until they can get up out of there. I think in 2 or 3 seasons. Man, it sucks to be in a situation like that where the city doesn't want you anymore. Or they might still want them, but they're not going to be there. And the team is bad. And they're going to be going to Vegas. Vegas is setting up to be a nice sports town, man. Like, what is that going to look like? They already got the WNBA. They have the NFL. They're about to have Major League, and the NBA is fighting to add 2 more teams to their coffers, to add to their money bags. And one of them is definitely going to be in Vegas. The other one should be in Seattle. I heard something weird where they were saying it's going to be it could be New Mexico, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let us know what you think, though. Everything good? You good? Wifey just got home from work. Fist bumps. So yeah, Chicago Cubs, Cardinals. This rivalry is definitely one that everybody should know about when it comes to baseball. And shout out to Contreras. They're showing a highlight homage to him as he's a World Series champion. He was part of that team that ended the super long streak of not winning a World Series for the Cubs over 100+ years, and now he is a member of the St. Louis Cardinals. Man, that's odd to see. BLJ say if the NBA does expand, they are going to expand. They better be in Vegas and Seattle. It's probably going to be Vegas and Seattle. Seattle didn't deserve to lose their team. Wilson Contreras, 7 seasons with the Cubs, 3-time All-Star. He's a World Series champion, and he decided to take his little self right up the road to St. Louis and play with those guys. I'm not sure why you would sign with them as a free agent. I guess they threw a bag at him. But here they are. They don't need him as a catcher, I guess. Apparently, they just don't like what he's been doing as a catcher, but I don't like the way they're handling my man. So, the season's still early. You got to let these guys worked their way into it, and he got the short end of the stick, to be honest. Let me know what y'all think about Wilson Contreras being moved from catcher to designated hitter in such a short amount of time. Even though the Cardinals, they suck, but I don't think it's all on one player. All right, game is about to get started. I know that Wilson Contreras is happy to be here. First pitch from Stroman coming up. It's going to be a good game, man. Hopefully a fast one so I can get to some NBA basketball. Don't forget to check in tomorrow with the NBA Central crew as we call live as Stroman's first pitch is outside for a ball. 91 mile per hour. Let's see. Damp day in Chicago, so it's going to be interesting to see how Stroh's velocity is today. Second pitch, 90 miles per hour, strike. He tried to bunt. What's wrong with him? Yeah, that fastball and that slider is what he's going to be working with today. His fastball is coming in at 90 miles per hour, 91-ish, 92-ish. Pitch number 3, low. It's a dude named Newt Bar. That's who's batting right now, Newt Bar. What a last name. New Bar stands in. Stroman tried to get him with the fastball on the inside, but it's just outside. 3-1 count. Top of the first. 0-0. One of the best rivalries in sports, Cubs versus Cardinals. Stroman gets him to pop up in foul territory. Full count. Let's go. Lars Nootbaar. 2 home runs this season. 300 batting average. 9 RBIs. He's trying to get a leadoff hit or a walk. Stroman pitches, gets him to pop up to center field. Easy catch. Let's go. Bellinger went ahead and got that catch. We got Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman, right-hander coming up. Let's see how the Cubs can take care of business. Hopefully it's a quick 1, 2, 3 innings so we can see our offense get to work. Goldman batting right-handed. Stroman, the stretch. Ooh, nice. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, another strike. 2 strikes, no balls. He hit him with the slider for the first pitch, and then he hit him with the fastball up and out. Ooh, struck him out. Nasty. 85 mile per hour. 9 pitches, 2 down in the first inning. Cubs and St. Louis tied. Wilson Contreras coming to bat for the first time. Doesn't look like he's getting too much of a rousing ovation, or is he going to the batter's box? Oh yeah, he's in the batter's box, so he bats 4th. Let's see what's happening. Stroman with the pitch. Ooh, left-handed hitting. It seems like be tough for him. That first pitch is inside for a ball. Stroman versus Gorman. Second pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count. Top of the first inning. I love this new pitch clock. Let's get this thing moving. Let's go. High fastball. Popped him out foul. 1-2 is the count. 2 out. Top of the first. Wilson Contreras is on deck. Let's hope we don't see him this inning. Stroman gets ready for a payoff pitch. We live, baby. This feels good. I got my peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Ooh, pops him up. Left field. Ooh, let's go. He is out. 1, 2, 3 inning for Stroman. Easy work. Ian Happ with the out, making the catch over in left field. Stroman gets him out 1, 2, 3. We go into the bottom of the first. Let's get a good look at these Cubs. Now, Christopher Morel is not starting today, so depending on how this game goes, we might not even see him, but he is back on the roster. Stroman had a 1, 2, 3 inning in the first inning. Taking care of business. We got Horner, Swanson, and Happ coming up. Middle of the first. Nico Hoerner leading off. He's turned things around a little bit. Started off a little slow. His batting average is at 300. Swanson is slowed down a little bit. Then Happ and Bellinger and Suzuki in that order. Stroman would, in that first inning, had a strikeout, 2 pop-outs. White Sox and Kansas City underway too. White Sox did not score in the first inning. Kansas City's coming up in the bottom of the first. What's good, gang? This is Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs Central. Today we are live for the Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cubs are trying to get back into a rhythm. 3-7 in their last 10. They took 2 out of 3 versus the Marlins to get revenge. They had an opportunity to sweep those guys, but did not work out. Nico Hoerner stepping up to the plate. Right-handed second baseman. Last few games, he's been doing pretty well. In the last 7 days, he has 4 runs scored, 7 hits, 1 double, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. See what he can do as a leadoff hitter today. Two-0 count. Mikolas on the mound for St. Louis. 2-0 count. Nico Hoerner on the 0-2 pitch. Oh, takes a strike right down the middle. Guess he was waiting on him to throw a strike. It's just a 3-game set for the Cubs and Cardinals right now. Oh, another strike on the outside. That looked like it was more of a slider. Two-two pitch. Oh, Hoerner hit it right back to the pitcher. 1 out, bottom of the first. Coming up to bat, Dansby Swanson. Let's get it. See if we can get some early runs in this here game. It's crazy how, Goldschmidt is dope, Edman is dope, but it's crazy how losing your leaders in the clubhouse can just completely affect a team like the Cardinals losing their 2 best players. I can't think of their names right now, but we know Albert Pujols retired, and there was another one as well. Ooh, curveball right on the outside. The called it a ball, but it looked like it could have been a strike. What's good? We appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, share. If you're keeping me company, go ahead and put stuff in the comments so we can talk. Ooh. Mikolas is painting those corners right now. Swanson's down 1-2. 1-2. Swanson batting .270 with 2 home runs this year. It's like he's trying to play with that slider. Man, St. Louis is bad this season. He hit it with the high fastball. Swanson fights it off. It's a good night for baseball. Swanson fights off another fastball on the outside. He's hitting them with 4-seamers and sinkers right now. Let's see if he comes back with another slider to try to get a strike. Yep, he threw the sinker on the outside again. Going 3-2 count. 1 out, bottom of the first. Cubs trying to strike first. Let's see if he can walk Swanson right quick. Ooh, Swanson fights off another pitch. We're 8 pitches into this one here now. Great at bat. fouling him off. So he went with the slider for the 8th pitch. Here comes the 9th pitch. Fouls off another fastball, 94 miles per hour, four seam. Swanson up there got him working. He started with off speed, then he tried to hit him with the four seam. Swanson up there taking care of business. Let's see. 10th pitch. Ooh, hit him with a nasty 74 mile per hour curveball. Got him, struck him out swinging. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Coming up to bat, we got Ian Happ. Ian Happ has been doing his thing. Last 7 days, 24 at bats, 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 home runs. We like to see that. 4 RBIs and 6 walks with 6 strikeouts. Batting .300 for the season. 4 home runs for the season, 18 RBIs. He hits the foul ball a mile high down the right field line and out of play. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us on Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox Central. Your home for all Chicago baseball. I'm one of those rare fans that watch both teams. Ian Happ is at bat. Nicholas winds up. Looks like he used the slider again on the outside. Two one count, bottom of the first, 2 out. Oh, Happ rockets one into right field. He is on base. Cubs get the first hit of the game. Cubs a favorite to win this game, of course. And Lewis is just terrible so far to start this season. Now we got Bellinger coming up to bat. Let's see if he can get him in. Fairly certain. The Cubs definitely want to score in his first inning. Cody Bellinger's been having a great season. Cody B. That's what I call him. Last 7 days for him, 29 at bats, 6 runs, 9 hits, 4 doubles, an RBI, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Batting .300 for the season with 7 home runs. Bellinger is definitely a godsend for this squad. Oh, expanded the strike zone a little bit with a low fastball. 0-2 count. Bellinger's behind 0-2 really quickly. Gotta fight him off, my guy. Bellinger fights off another pitch. Fights off the curveball. 0-2 count, bottom of the first, 2 out. Bellinger at bat. Ian Happ on base at first. Happ takes the lead. He's probably going to be up. They check him over. They throw the ball over to first base. Happ is back in safely. Nicholas is definitely trying to make sure they can have a force out at second if he gets the ground ball. Happ with a strong lead. Comes the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Still 0-2. Still 0-2 for Cody Bellinger. 14-5 fastball. Fouled off. It's better those first 2 pitches when he was just looking at them. Here comes the pitch. Throws to first base. Ian Happ back in safely. Oh, 2 count, bottom of the first, 2 out. Nicholas with this clock down to 8 seconds. Pitch. Ooh, contact to right field. There we go. Ian Happ going to third. Bellinger to first. Let's go. All this with 2 outs. Exit velocity 106 miles per hour on that hit. We need Suzuki to come through. Good hit from Bellinger. Come on, Suzuki. Suzuki, since he's been back, has been up and down. Last 7 games, 22 at-bats, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 double, 3 RBIs, and 2 walks with 5 strikeouts. They're having a meeting at the mound trying to figure out what's going on with Nicholas. What's going on, gang? Shout out Bulls Podcast. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us tonight. As the Cubs are trying to strike first, bottom of the first. Runners at the corners. Nicholas is out there giving us opportunities. Opponents averaging almost 300 batting average with him again with 2 strikes. That's crazy. The league average is like 1.12. That's nuts. Suzuki looks at a curveball on the inside. So he's obviously going off speed to start his pitching sequences so far this game. Second pitch coming. Oh, Suzuki swings at a fastball up and in. 0-2 count. Nicholas, the batting average for his fastball the last 2 seasons has rise ridiculously. Like, hitting with the 4-seamer for a ball, 1-2 count. Runners at the corners, bottom of the first. Suzuki at bat, Bellinger and Happ at the corners. Suzuki just made contact, my God. Let's get some runs. Slider outside for ball 2, 2-2 count. Got the open base, so they're going to play it safe right here. I doubt Happ is going to be trying to steal second at all. Suzuki strikes out swinging. Come on, Suzuki, man. Cubs with 2 hits, 2 left stranded. Bellinger and Happ did what they could with 2 outs going into the top of the second inning. Real quick around the league. We got Detroit and Cleveland in the bottom of the 6th inning in Cleveland. Cleveland runners at the corners with 2 outs. They're down 5-2. Tampa Bay is up 1-0 on Baltimore with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. It's the bottom of the 6th inning with no outs in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is trying to score. They're still 0-0. Oakland and New York is still 0-0. Kansas City leads the White Sox 1-0 in the top of the 2nd. White Sox got 2 on with no out right now. So let's see if they can stay hot after crushing Cincinnati yesterday, 17-4. Then later tonight, we got Houston and LA, Miami, Arizona, Texas, Seattle, and then Washington and San Francisco to wrap up the baseball night. Y'all let me know what's going on with the NBA games too, man. Tomorrow, the Cognac Gang and NBA Central crew, we definitely going to be rocking with y'all live for the Philly-Boston game. Game 5, series tied at 2. If you don't know who's going to win this, and the home teams have held court for this series, as well as the Phoenix-Denver series. It's all been home team wins. All right, here we go. Top of the 2nd. Wilson Contreras, his first at-bat versus his former team, the Chicago Cubs. I'm sure he's hearing some boos. He's also hearing some cheers. It's going to be a fun at-bat. Contreras showing love to the crowd. The crowd showing love to Contreras. And after all that's over, strike him out. Strike him out. We don't want to see nothing exciting from him right now. Let's get it. Number 40, Wilson Contreras. Marcus Stroman with the stretch. Right in. Fastball. Strike 1. So right now, Wilson Contreras is batting .265. I'm not sure why they was mad at him. Slider on the outside. from Stroman. Come on, Stroman. I need to do better than that. They called it a slurve. I guess that's what. Ooh, right up the middle, 90-mile-per-hour sinker, and Contreras is at first base with his first hit against his former team, and he's soaking it in, taking in all the love from the fans. Y'all better start cheering for that man. Do not encourage him. We don't want no encouragement. Is that sinker was nicely placed, low and inside, but he just hit it right up the middle. As the shortstop and second baseman were standing outside. So no one on, nobody out, top of the second. Stroman, let's go ahead and hit him into a double play real quick. Bunt down the third base line, no good. 1-1 for Donovan. Hans Alberto just hit a sacrifice fly in the top of the second. White Sox tied the game 1-1. Oh man, looks like Contreras is gonna make his way all the way to third. Runners at the corner, nobody out. As the Cardinals have started this second inning, and they're playing off the emotion of the return of Wilson Contreras. Donovan hits the ball to right center field, right past second base once again. Runners at the corners. Let's not give up anything, Stroman. Let's go. Lock down. Lock down. Let's see if any of my guys are going to be coming through. Y'all already know my man's Pac-Man and Joe come through. Man, to right field again. Okay, got him. Good catch. Contreras wisely stays at third base. One out. Now the double play ball is in. Suzuki with the catch. And definitely throws the ball in quickly. Contreras did not tag. He could have tried. Yeah, he would have been out. He would have been out if he would have tried to run. Smart play, smart play. Now the double play ball gets us out of the inning with no damage. That's all we need right now. Just go ahead and hit him into a double play. Let's go, Marcus. Carlson at bat. Number 7 hitter. First pitch low and outside for ball 1. That was a sinker. What you got, Stroman? Second pitch. Sinker. Lines him out to right. Oh. Nope, he did not. Cardinals get the base hit. Contreras scores as a member of the St. Louis Cardinals. He gets his first run versus the Cubs. St. Louis leads 1-0 as Stroman is having a difficult time locating his curveball and his sinker right now. We got Carlson coming up to bat. These new rules is on to the next one really quickly. Edman at bat. First pitch, strike. 0-1 count, top of the second with 2 on, runners at first and second. Edman, second pitch, splitter. Ooh, it's right on the corner, just outside. The umpire calls it a ball, curveball. No, the splitter was a strike, was a ball. Looks like he's about to throw a slurve ball, which is like a slider curve, I guess. for a strike in at the knees. Now we just got to get out of this inning. Next pitch looks like it's about to be four-seam, high fastball, struck him out swinging. All right, let's get one more out, Stroman. It's time to go. Sound like the White Sox doing anything. Let me see. Stroman at 27 pitches already. Top of the second. Andrew, I think Nitzner? Name start with a K. First pitch, sinker, foul ball. 0-1 count. Top of the second, 2 out. St. Louis leading the Cubs 1-0. 1-0. Looks like the umpire took the brunt of the ball off his helmet, off his chest, to try to make sure he's still alive. Don't die, umpire. Oh, he look like he's good. He's gonna be all right. Yeah, umpire definitely took the brunt of that one. I guess they're holding up fingers. How many fingers am I holding up? So it was a foul tip, went right off the umpire's face. Oh, but of course he has the face guard on, which is like this super helmet. And you can hear that thing bounce off of his helmet, right? That was crazy. All right, come on now. He good. He need yet. Ain't no Tweety Birds. Umpire taking his helmet off a little bit. Looks like they might be. Also, he is staying in the game. And Stroman's throwing the ball around a little bit to stay warm. Come on, umpire, man. You didn't even hit you. It hit your helmet. Let's go, my guy. Well, he is somebody granddaddy, so I guess we can be calm and collected. In other Chicago sports news, shout out to Justin Fields for graduating from college. That got to be tough. You know, like you're a multimillionaire. You already have your dream job. You got to study playbooks, and you still have the audacity, only 2 years and 2 seasons into football, professional football, to go back and get your degree. That's strong right there. All right, back to action. 0-1, Stroman looking at Nisner. Stroman with the stretch. Oh, he is killing them on the outside. Right-handed batters are struggling against my guy. That's that slurve ball. I just want to call it a slider so bad. 0-2 count. Looks like he's going to go right back to it. Strikes him out looking. But the damage is done. Contreras got his first hit against the Cubs and his first run scored against the Cubs. 1-0. St. Louis. We're going into the bottom of the second. Tampa Bay is taking the lead on Baltimore 1-0. in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pittsburgh finally put some runs on the board. Maybe they will end their losing streak at 7. They're up 2-0 against Colorado. White Sox and Kansas City are tied at 1 apiece in the top of the 3rd. You got the Yankees and Oakland still with scoreless, and the Dodgers and Milwaukee are scoreless in the top of the 3rd. Cubs and Cardinals do game 2 of this series with Jack Flaherty for the Cardinals on the mound, with Jamison Tylan back for the Cubs. He's 0-2, but he was gone for a couple of weeks. He has been returned to the team. Hopefully he does well. That's tomorrow at 6:40 Central Standard Time. Hopefully we'll be going for our 2nd straight win against these guys. Gotta do Mancini, Mervis, and Wisdom. Wisdom has been quiet lately. He had a bunch of home runs to start the season. Let me see what he's looking like. Yeah, 11 home runs, still tied for 2nd in the National League, but his batting average is sunk all the way to 229. 21 RBIs, though. Come on, Patrick Wisdom. His last 7 games, 17 at-bats, 2 runs scored, 2 hits, 1 home run, and an RBI. Apparently a solo home run. He also walked 4 times. Appreciate you guys for joining us right here on basically Chicago Baseball Central, Chicago Cubs, and Chicago White Sox Central. The Cubs are down currently 1-0 against their heated rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals. Trey Mancini steps into that. Batting average of 264, 3 home runs for the season, 16 RBIs. First pitch. Ooh, it's an interesting strike zone. Mikolas. 0-1. Second pitch is a ball. First pitch was the 4-seamer. Second curve is a ball. 1-1 count. Bottom of the 2nd. Cubs looking to get on the board. Mikolas. Inside. Looks like it was another off-speed pitch. Let me see what it was. Got Matt Mervis on deck. We got a 1-2 count, bottom of the 2nd. He's throwing that sinker. Next pitch is a slider for a ball coming in at 86 miles per hour. Mancini is working this count. 2-2 count, bottom of the 2nd. Mikolas versus Mancini. And, this guy, this strike zone. What is this strike zone, man? Like, this umpire, ever since he got hit in the face, it's like he can't see. He got to have a concussion. This last pitch was way outside the zone. Like, way outside the zone. We're talking about a sinker way off the plate. I might need to go ahead and do some concussion protocol on Buddy. Man, you gonna call that one a strike 2? Curveball outside. Let's go. Jeez. Man, I gotta take a sip off that one. Matt Mervis to bat. Young fella. All right. I guess he figured Mikolas out there throwing anything now. 3-1. He's scared to pitch a good pitch to Mervis. He hoping that all of these things get called strikes. Ooh, full count. Mervis popped up a four-seam fastball to the left field stands. As my child is being goofy. All right. 3-2 count. Mervis. Waiting for Nicholas. And he walked him. He could have called that a strike too. That's right there. We called that last strike. But it's a 1-out walk. Cubs have a man on base for Patrick Wisdom. Now let's go. Wisdom, this is your opportunity to get another home run, my guy. 11 home runs, 21 RBIs for Patrick Wisdom, 31 games. First pitch is a slider outside. You know the catchers have to frame it again and try to get another strike called on the ball. It's not happening this time. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us here on Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs Central for Cubs versus Cardinals. Patrick Wisdom. Oh, man, this strike zone, bro. Make them throw strikes, umpire. Jeez. Second pitch was a sinker up. Third pitch is a four-seam fastball for another ball. That one was low and outside. Maybe we got a Wisdom fouls off the slider. Sitting at 2-2 now. 2-2 count. One man on at first. Bottom of the second. This Wisdom fouls off the slider. Let's see what he got for us next. Nicholas with the red hair and the mustache. No beard. Patrick Wisdom with the single to center field. Mervis moves to second. We got runners at first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Chicago Cubs looking to put runs. Let's see, we get a crooked number on the board this inning. Not just one run. We don't want to just tie it. Let's take the lead. Appreciate Wisdom playing for contact right there as opposed to trying to just hit it out the park. Even though I told him to do that when he stepped up into the batter's box. We got Barnhart, left-handed batter. Nicholas, first pitch was a low and inside ball for the curveball. Second pitch, it's a foul ball slider. Barnhart so far this season with 17 games hasn't really done much, to be honest. Batting below 200. Nicholas breaks in another slider for a ball. We're looking at 2-1. 2-1 count. Bottom of the second. 2 on, 1 out. The Cubs are looking to put runs on the board as St. Louis lead the Cubs 1-0. Oh, man. That sinker is nasty. Got him looking. 2-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of the second, 2 on. Just please do not hit into a double play, my guy. Do not hit into a double play. Oh, they trying to work that outside. They know the umpire expanded the strike zone. Full count. 3-2. Struck him out looking with another sinker. Oh, come on, Barnhart. And that's another. Oh, man, we just got to accept the strike zone tonight, fellas. That's another outside sinker off the plate. I mean, that one was the closest one. Like, you got like a little bit of the corner, but come on now, umpire. All right, Nico Hoerner back to bat for the second time this game. He got an opportunity to didn't do anything. 2 strikes looking. He looked at the curve, and now he's looking at the slider. 2 on, bottom of the second, 2 outs. And Nico Hoerner has an opportunity to push in a run. Got one runner in scoring position. Let's see if we can get it done. Third pitch is another sinker. This time the umpire does the right thing and calls it a ball. Let's get it. He wanted to call it a strike, though. We got 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the second. Nico Horner is right there near the top of the lead in hits so far this season, but he did not get one right here as he lines out to second. Cubs lead 2 more. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. They're down 1-0 as we go to the third inning. All right, right around the leagues, we got Detroit and Cleveland in the bottom of the seventh. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Cleveland trying to put some runs on the board. They are losing 5-2. Tampa Bay up 1-0 on Baltimore. Top of the seventh with 1 on. Pittsburgh still up 2-0 on Colorado. Yankees up 2-0 on Oakland. And the Chicago White Sox are up 3-1 on Kansas City. Wonder how that happened. Let's see. White Sox put up 2 in the third. Looks like Tim Anderson got a couple of hits. Benintendi, Vaughn, Robert. Sacrifice fly. And then Andrew Vaughn hit a double in the third. And Benintendi and Anderson both scored to give the White Sox the lead in the top of the third. And they're still at it. That's Monty Grandal. It's at bat right now, which is 1 out in the top of the third. They also have 2 on. This is fun, man. We got a long baseball season ahead of us. Both teams are playing pretty decent baseball. The Cubs are sitting at 500. They started the month of May off a little bit better than the way they ended April. And the White Sox definitely have started the month of May off way better than they played the whole month of April. Jeez, it was brutal for the White Sox. But they are turning things around. They definitely have turned the corner, and we are fighting to get to 500. Marcus Stroman is on the mound, top of the third, facing Nootbaar. That is a name for that ass, Nootbaar. Nelson Velasquez was sent back down to AAA in favor of Christopher Morel. And Nootbaar lined out to center. Bellinger catches the ball across his body running toward right field. We're in the top of the third with 1 out. Wilson Contreras made his way back to Chicago. Morel giving love to Contreras before the game started. Goldschmidt 0 from 1 so far today. Took 1 strike looking at a sinker, and then he took the slider's curveball low and outside for a ball. White Sox didn't put any more runs on the board. It's a 3-1. Oakland, the abysmal Oakland A's, looking to score against the Yankees. They got bases loaded, top of the 6th, with no outs. So we had a 1-2 count. 2-2. That 4-seam fastball higher outside. 2-2 count for Stroman facing Goldschmidt. Cubs down 1-0 in the top of the third. And he got on the ground to third. Ooh, got him out by a step at first. Good job, Patrick Wisdom. Charging in, throws it to first base, gets him by a step. That's a good play considering how the ball bounced 15 feet in the air before it even came down to him. Oh, I mean, he got him by half a step. It wasn't even a whole step. Top of the third, 2 outs. Gorman 0 for 1. Fouls off a 4-seam fastball at 92 miles per hour. Cubs near the top of the lead and turning ground balls into outs. And then we got another 4-seam. Popped him up. Right past second. Swanson gets the out. All right, going to the bottom of the third, we got Swanson, Happ, and Bellinger up next. Let's see if they can go ahead and get some runs this inning. There's no way we trying to lose to the Cardinals today. Y'all go ahead and comment, share. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us and the rest of the Central family, NBA Central, NFL, Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Sky Central. And of course, y'all already know the Cognac Gang Shy Bulls podcast with C-Dub and Bobby. CEO Hayes, Steve-O Speaks. That's the gang. Tomorrow night, baby Stacey King, C-Dub, will be live calling the game between the New York Knickerbockers and the Miami Heat. Feel like we back in 1997. Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning. It's going to be fun. Make sure y'all go ahead and rock with us. We should all be in the building at some point, one way or another. Cubs losing 1-0. 1-0. In the bottom of the third. So Happ and Bellinger both got on base with 2 outs in the first inning. So hopefully Swanson can get on base and then those guys can get him over and across home plate. And right now over on TNT, you got Miami leading the New York Knicks 54-45. What I'm talking about, tomorrow game is Boston versus Philly. Tonight is the Knicks versus Miami. Tomorrow, the game that C-Dub is calling is Philly versus Boston. The game is tied at 2-2. It's going to be a fun game. But right now, Swanson has fallen behind 0-1. Mikolas got 4 strikeouts. Swanson grounds out to second base. That sinker is causing trouble for the White Sox right now. And they got to swing at it because the umpire is calling them strikes even if they are outside. Breaking news, the Chicago Blackhawks have the number 1 pick in the NHL draft. That's some good news for the Blackhawks because, man, they ain't been right ever since they was dominating the league. Number 1 pick should help them change things around. Mikolas out there dealing his 60th pitch is another strike. 2 strikes in Ian Happ. Four-seam fastball outside. So we're looking at 1-2 for Ian Happ. Oh, another foul ball. Make this man work. At the very least, we can knock him out the game by making him throw some more pitches. Let's get him out of here. We ain't trying to see him go 6-7. Give him his 5, his 4-5. Oh, up and in with the four-seamer. We definitely gonna have a Blackhawks channel. Most likely when the hockey season starts, we can find somebody that want to talk hockey. Oh man, he is calling that sinker on the outside of the strike, man. Y'all got to swing at that. Got to. That's nuts. But then you call a curveball a ball. That was a strike. Clearly, it was a strike. I don't know what's going on. Ever since Buddy got hit in the face, he ain't been right. Here comes the slider. Fouls it off. White Sox gonna have to adjust to this old. Remember the Titans referee? It was a catch looking dude. What they call? Oh man, come on, Cody B. You swinging at something low and outside? Jeez. All right, cuz don't get any hits that inning. 1-0 St. Louis going into the fourth inning. And on that note, I will be right back. Got to take a bathroom break. All right, through three, cuz down 1-0. And we're about to see Wilson Contreras again, so we're gonna see how he do. I'll be right back, y'all. Not even the whole night. I'll be doing like an hour and a half. All right, Contreras out this time. Let's go. Can't be letting this man go crazy on us. Hmm. He almost had another hit. Swanson robbed him a little bit. Good defense. Good leather. Let's go, Stroman. Stroman, first two pitches to Donovan, who is the one who got the RBI, are low. 2-0 count. Top of the fourth, 1 out. St. Louis leading 1-0. And Donovan grounds right to first base. And then Mervis right there. So now we got DeJong back up to bat. Let's get another 1-2-3 inning so the Cubs can get some runs. First pitch. It seemed like the first time I seen this slurve ball called for a strike. Up and in. Like, how do you even develop a slurve, a slider curve? That's a crazy pitch to have in your repertoire. Second pitch looks like the same one, but this one was low on the outside. And then for his third pitch to DeJong, another slurve, but this time he swung at low and outside. Same pitch, 1-2 count, top of the fourth, 2 out. Stroman looking for his second 1-2-3 inning of the night. Wilson Contreras gotta feel weird being in that other dugout. I don't like this umpire. Let's see what we got. Oh, another slurve ball low and outside. This time he held his swing, checked it. And Stroman, you got to go with something else, my guy. Literally slurve, and then a sinker for another ball. So now we got a full count. 3-2, 2 out, nobody on. Top of the fourth. I'm going to need you to get this man out. Do not walk him. Do not allow him to get on base. Let's go. And he hit him with another slurve. This time it was in the zone. He could not do anything about it. Stroman, Suzuki, Mancini, and Mervis up next. Let's see if these guys can get something going. We need some runs going into the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals lead the Cubs 1-0. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Turn your TVs down. Turn your computers up, your cell phones up. Rock with your boy, Big Kid, Big Bro, right here on Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central. If you like what you're hearing, go ahead. We can leave voicemails. We definitely want to do a mailbag with you guys as the seasons goes on. 773-389-6954. Chicago Baseball Central at gmail.com is where you can hit us up. You can follow us on all social media platforms as well. And let's see. Oh, man, it's a pretty good game so far, even though the Cubs haven't scored. They're not getting blown out. Around the league, Cleveland leads. It's down against Detroit. Detroit leads Cleveland 6-2 in Cleveland. Tampa Bay is up 2-0 on Baltimore. Baltimore is like, I feel bad for them. They're like the little brothers of the AL East. It's always going to be the Yankees. Tampa Bay take care of business all the time. And you got Toronto as well with all those young big bats. And Baltimore is a really good team, but they end up with the short end of the stick. The Yankees lead Oakland 3-2. White Sox still winning 3-1 going into the top of the fifth over Kansas City. Dodgers and Milwaukee are still tied at 0. Pittsburgh got their first win in 8 games. The 7-game losing streak is over as they defeat the Colorado Rockies 2-0. And he still got a few games tonight: Houston versus LA, Miami versus Arizona, Texas versus Seattle, and then Washington versus San Francisco all later tonight. Over on the NBA side at halftime, the Knicks are down 48-56 versus the Miami Heat in Miami as Miami tried to take a 3-1 lead. I hope the Knicks can get this win because if y'all don't know me, I want 7 games every time if my team ain't in it. But the game of the night as Mikolas gets Suzuki to ground out to first. 1 out already. And then we got Golden State and the Lakers tonight. That's going to be fun. And tomorrow you got 2 Game 5s, both series between Philly and Boston. Phoenix and Denver are tied at 2 games apiece. C-Dub of the Cognac Boys on the Shot Bulls podcast right on NBA Central will be calling the game live tomorrow at 6:30 Central. Mikolas ahead of Mancini now 0-1 as he throws his next pitch. Mancini pops up to right field. There are 3 players there. 1 player makes the catch. 2 outs on like 3 pitches. Come on, y'all finna have this man pitch into the 8th, 9th inning. He might get a complete game if y'all don't get it together. And Mikolas ain't even that good of a pitcher, man. What is y'all doing? Let's see what this guy's about. 1-1 with a 5.79 ERA. He does have 34 strikeouts. Seven games, 37 innings pitched, 52 hits given up, 25 runs given up, 7 home runs given up. Here the Cubs are struggling. 0-1 pitch. Now it's 1-1 as Mikolas throws a strike to Mervis. Mervis, that's a cool name. So now it's 1-2. He's fouling them off though. 1-2, 2 out. Keep fouling him off. Make this man work. Get his pitch count up. Let's get him to 80 pitches before this inning's over. And that's not going to happen. As Mikolas is out there having a Cy Young night with this crazy sinker that's just on the inside, off the plate, but he understands that the strike zone has been expanded, and that's where he's putting the ball, and the Cubs just can't see it. And unfortunately, if they don't start to see it, he's going to get a complete game shutout on these guys before it's all said and done. Y'all kicking it with your boy Big Bro right here on Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central as the Cubs bats are struggling against this guy named Mikolas. Not Nicholas with an N, but Mikolas with an M. No runs. They're down 1-0. Wilson Contreras is the only run scored. Go figure. That's a little bit of poetic justice there. As the Cubs are down 1-0 versus the hated St. Louis Cardinals going into the 5th inning. Sox up 3-1 on Kansas City. In the bottom of the 4th, Kansas City has a man at first base with no outs. So we're going to see how that turns out. But White Sox have been playing much better in May. I think they're 6-2, if I'm not mistaken. With a crazy, crazy win over Cincinnati yesterday. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, share. If y'all in here, comment, talk to me. I'm all alone. My 2 partners, they out in the streets taking care of business with their families. One had a flute concert to attend with his daughter. That's what happened when you got kids. I went to his Stroman, throws a 4-seam fastball for a strike. My son had a concert where they were playing the xylophones and singing songs that I had never heard. But by the time my son's concert section was over with, I was ready to go. I left. I didn't really care about the rest of those kids, to be honest. Stroman ahead with an 0-2 count on Carlson. I'll be getting up out of there. If my kid is done, I'm done. So he hit him with the four-seamer and then the slurve and then the splitter for the foul ball, still 0-2. Top of the fifth. Ooh. They called it a foul, but it was right there on the line, down the first base line. And this old hammerhead, shark-looking umpire called it foul. Mervis needed to pick it up a little bit before it went past the line. This dude. How you call that foul? That ball was not foul. Jeez. Stroman, 0-2 pitch. Four-seam fly ball and the four-seam fastball up and in. So, one out. We got Edmund coming up to bat. So Marcus Stroman and Justin Steele been balling out this season. They're top 5 in the NL in several categories statistically. ERA, opponent's average, and opponent's slugging. Justin Steele is at first place with ERA in the NL. That's not bad. Stroman, the pitch. Edmund tried to bunt onto first base, but he did not get on. He's now 1-1. 1 out. 1-1 count. Top of the fifth. Chicago Cubs trying to keep St. Louis off the board so they can finally put some runs on the board. Right now they got third baseman way off. Swanson at shortstop basically covering second. And his second baseman is over in right field. As Stroman throws a ball low and outside. Looks like he's going back to the slurve ball, but he did not locate it. Tommy Edman struck out his first at bat and fouls it off. Let's see what we got going. Fouled off a sinker. Looking at a 2-2 count. Stroman to Edman. Edman. Oh, Swanson. Oh, that boy is out there balling today, man. Woo! Swanson covering so much ground and getting that ball back in the first base as he tried to hit it right up the middle. The hit that Contreras got. Swanson ranging to his right, throws it back across his body to first base. That is beautiful. It's beautiful leather from Swanson. Stroman four-seam fastball outside. He's not locating that one tonight. He only got 60 pitches, though. So if the Cubs can get some runs, we can get maybe another inning or two out of Stroman. Second pitch is a strike. Fouled behind the catcher. That four-seam fastball. He's been working that sinker and the fastball and the slurve tonight. This is Nisner with a K. Ooh, he hit him with a nasty slurve on the inside. Just couldn't even flinch toward it. That's a nasty pitch. 83 miles per hour. Right at the knees on the inside. And he trying to go back to the slurve on the outside. It's not working in that case. So now we got a full count. Oh, no. 2-2 count. Stroman going with the sinker. Fouled off by Nisner. I have to say that really carefully because it's easy to say something else. It looks like Stroman's coming back with another slurve ball, and it turns out to be a ball. Now we got a full count. 3-2, 3-2 count, 2 out, top of the fifth, nobody on. What you got, Stroman? Let's get rid of this guy. You're sitting at 66 pitches now. Let's get rid of this guy. And he fouls off a four-seamer on the outside. He hasn't been locating that four-seamer in the strike zone at all, which isn't leading to either pop outs or ground outs, either one. Stroman is in the top 3 with the lowest ERA in the major leagues since last season. Ooh, hit him with another slurve right there on the inside. Struck him out looking. He is dealing. Cubs coming up next with Wisdom, Barnhart, and Horner. Wisdom's 1 for 1. Hopefully he can get on base. Barnhart hasn't done anything, and Horner either. Let's go. Retired 11 in a row for Stroman. 11 in a row retired. Got to get some runs. He hasn't had much run support all season with the Cubs, even though the Cubs have been scoring a lot. Just not for him. Third quarter's underway in Miami as the Knicks are down 53-59 versus the Miami Heat. Then we also have the Detroit Tigers, 6-2, going into the bottom of the ninth, leading Cleveland in Cleveland, and Tampa Bay is up 2-0 against Baltimore. You got Oakland trailing the Yankees 5-2, but they're threatening with a man on second at the top of seventh. Try to at least get a run, and the White Sox give up their lead 3-3, tied going into the top of the fifth inning. Kansas City has tied this game. The Dodgers are tied 0-0 versus Milwaukee in the bottom of the fifth. Pittsburgh won earlier tonight. They beat the Colorado Rockies, Chris Bryant and them 2-0. Cubs celebrated the 25th anniversary of Kerry Wood's incredible strikeout game. I think he had 21 strikeouts. Incredible. Cubs fans going crazy in the stands, eating hot dogs, peanuts, Cracker Jacks. Patrick Wisdom. Come on, man. Let's get a Wisdom whack. Mikolas trying to stay away from him, up and outside on his first pitch. Another ball for the second pitch. First one was a curve. Second one was a slider. Both of them outside the zone. This might be the last inning for Mikolas. He's at 78 pitches. Seeing what the Cubs can do. They can get him to the 100 area. Ooh, that sinker is just unhittable right now. They're not even swinging at it. Then he followed the sinker up with a 4-seam fastball to work the count to 2-2 after falling behind 2-0. So we're looking at Patrick Wisdom. Let's see what you can get done, my guy. This next pitch, slider, low and outside. Wisdom doesn't swing. So I'm tired going down to first base. You know he didn't swing. Shut up. Let's see. Full count. Nobody out. Bottom of the fifth. No score for the Cubs. And he walked them on a sinker that's been called as a strike all night. Finally called as a ball. And the Cubs have a base on balls to start the inning. The leadoff man is on base for the first time all night. And let's see what we can get from Barnhart. My God, you ain't been on nothing all season. We need you to have some timely hitting or at least bunt this man over. You going to bunt? Are you bunting? What's going on? All right, trying to stick with that sinker on the inside. So he went first two pitches, slider inside for the ball, curve inside for the ball. Looks like Mikolas is coming down to earth a little bit. I like that. All right. Visit to the mound. 3 straight balls. 3-0 count for Barnhart. We're going to need him to go ahead and get this guy over to second base. He should have the green light on this 3-0 pitch coming up, which is probably going to be a sinker on the outside corner. And then we got a situation where the Cubs have to score right here. This man's been working his slider, his sinker, and his four-seamer. And every once in a while, he's throwing a curve in there for Mikolas. If he hit you with that four-seamer in the zone, you're going to have to smack that thing. Like trying to go low and outside. Ooh, wait. You taking the whole way. That sinker has been killing the Cubs tonight. 3-1. Come on, Barnhart. Swing at something, my guy. Swing at something. Big lead at first base. There you go. There you go. Fair ball. Over to the right side. Oh, they call it out. They call it foul ball. Oh, no, man. That looked like a fair ball. Like, what are they calling? Did it hit the chalk? Did it, like, land outside the chalk? Patrick Wisdom made it all the way to third. Got to challenge that. Got to challenge that. Cubs challenging the play. These umpires been out here tripping tonight. It's right there on the line, bro. That bounced on the line twice. That's tough. All right, I might be wrong. Did it hit the chalk? It hit the chalk. It literally hit the chalk. That's a fair ball. That's a fair ball. That's easily a fair ball. They messing with the rhythm of the game. You talking about a situation where Tucker could have got to like second. We might have runners on second and third. Now he's gonna be stuck at first because y'all don't want to call it the right way. These umpires are drunk tonight, bro. What's going on with these guys? Appreciate you guys for joining us tonight on Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs Central. Chicago Cubs, and they're gonna say it stands. The ball literally hit the chalk. Is this not like tennis? So Wisdom back to first, 3-2 count, bottom of the fifth. Cubs have a man on, down 1-0 to the St. Louis Cardinals. As Wilson Contreras is the lone run scored, of course. Wainwright was the other dude's name. There it is. Adam Wainwright and Albert Pujols. Took me like 6 innings to figure that one out. All right. Barnhart fouls off another slider. But he already know what he got to do. Going back to that sinker. Going back to that sinker. That's your best pitch. That's the one that's been called as strikes all night. Throw another sinker. And the Blackhawks have the number 1 pick in the NHL draft coming up this summer. That's going to be fun. 3-2, fouls off another pitch. Wilson Contreras out there running sprints now. I'm not Contreras. Wisdom running sprints because he's going on contact every time. Let's see what he got. Bernhardt. Yep, he walked him. And they wanted to call that a strike too, but he walked him. Now we got runners at first and second, bottom of the fifth, no out. Mikolas is up to 90 pitches. And then you got Nico Horner in the top of the order, ready to get it in. Hold on, I'm checking on the game, seeing if anybody gonna be joining me tonight. So Nico Horner has already taken 2 balls. Hold on, let me see. That might not be in there. Nico Horner, he's trying to bunt these guys over. He's ahead already, 2 balls. 2 balls, no strikes. Mikolas is not going to be out here in the next inning. We already know that at this point. Bottom of the fifth. There we go. Get him over. We got third base over. He's safe at first. Should be runners at the corner. First and third, 1 out. Horner, he definitely is safe. Ooh, that is a close one, too. Yeah, that should stand. So it looks like they're going to look at this. Is it in New York? Doesn't everybody look at the replays in New York and all these different sports? St. Louis is challenging this one. And if these umpires overturn this one, I know they playing FanDuel. I know it. What up? Appreciate you, Brody. Big O in the building. You checking out this Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. 1-0. And believe it or not, Wilson Contreras is the only run scored in this here game. In this weird fall-like weather. Oh, he's safe, man. Fall-like weather for Chicago because in this damp night. The Cubs are trying to get some runs in this 5th inning because they haven't done anything tonight. They had a couple of opportunities early. Stroman's been dealing with the exception of 1 run given up in the 2nd inning. White Sox are down now. They are currently down 3-4 versus the Kansas City Royals. Runner safe, first base. Let's go. Nico Horner just grinded out that. So now what's St. Louis going to do now? Double play ball is obviously still in play with runners at the corners. He's at 93 pitches. If the Cubs get to him right here, they're going to knock him right out the game. Bottom of the 9th in Cleveland with 2 outs, 2 on, 6-2. Detroit leading Cleveland. Bottom of the 9th, 2 on, 2 outs. Let's go. Dansby Swanson is at bat. And that first pitch sinker just got these boys struggling. 0-1 count. That sinker has been money all night for this young man. A couple of them have been outside the zone, called for strikeouts by this weird, real monsters looking umpire. He bogus. Mikolas with the stretch. Swanson looks at probably another sinker, but outside this time. They call this one a slider. Slider outside, 1-1 count, bottom of the 5th. 2 on, runners at the corners, 1 out for Dansby Swanson, what you got? Swanson, there you go. Just ropes one down the third baseline. Tie game. Let's go. Swanson with a RBI double. Runners on second and third. And they're checking on, who was it, Patrick Wisdom. He definitely could have scored right here, but he pulled up lame. Yeah. Left hamstring situation looked like he pulled it, because he definitely could have scored right there to get the Cubs to lead. But he's standing at third. You got David Ross and company out there talking to him to figure out what's wrong with him. Now you got a mound visit for Nico Horner. Horner's definitely going to be pinch run for in this situation. Looked like he hurt his hamstring, and that's not good for the Cubs. Horner has been dealing, and it looks like McCullough is out the game. He had a good game, but you got to go, my guy. You had 100 pitches. So we got a pitching change coming up, and we're probably going to have a pinch runner situation. Maybe we see Christopher Morel in this situation. Let's see how it goes. He said the White Sox window closed quickly. It's a long season, Big O. They've been playing pretty well in the month of May so far. April, once that calendar turned to May from April, it seems like they're focused a lot more. After that 10-game losing streak, I believe they're 6-2. We know baseball is long. If it's any sport that you can have a 10-game losing streak in and bounce back from it, it's definitely baseball. So we'll see how they do, man. They got May, June, and July to try to show us who they really truly are. Losing Eloy Jimenez was tough. Tim Anderson, losing him for the whole month of April, without the exception of like the first week of the season, was tough. Losing Moncada, who started strong, was tough. But there are no excuses, obviously. You got to play through it, next man up mentality. But those guys are leaders in the clubhouse and on the field, and they get it done, and not having them was tough. Luis Roberts been playing a little bit better. Anderson's been playing well. Andrew Vaughn's been killing. Madrigal's been playing well. So the window is not all the way closed yet, Big O. Like, it might be cracked like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? On some who's that peeping in my window, blah. But the Cubs tied the game at 1 apiece. And we know Nico Horner would have definitely. Did they call fan interference right there? Like, but Nico Horner pulled up lame, rounding second, headed into third, and it was clearly an opportunity for him to score, but he couldn't, because it looks like he hurt his left hamstring. And that's the thing about baseball, man. Seems like every game, at least something happens to one or two players, and it's just not looking good. Third quarter in Miami. Miami's up 77-71 over the New York Knicks with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. They put in Nick Madrigal to pinch run for Nico Horner. Nico Horner's been killing it, man. Stealing bases, hitting home runs, getting RBIs, among the league leaders in RBIs. Hopefully it's just a minor situation that doesn't lead to an IL visit. Got a new pitcher, Cabrera, left-handed. Just hit him with the curveball, low and inside. So far this season, he's only been pitching 1 inning in all of his appearances. Genesis Cabrera facing Ian Happ. Ooh, Ian Happ swinging at the high heat on the inside. His next pitch is a slider low and inside. Runs the count to 1-2. 1-2 count, bottom of the fifth. Only one out. Runners on second and third base. Nick Madrigal pinch running for Nico Horner, who just got hurt. Dansby Swanson knocked in a run to tie things up in the bottom of the fifth. Ian Happ wisely holds up on another slider low and inside. Count up to 2-2. Yeah, man, you know how it is with baseball, man. It's just like St. Louis. Will we see them every year start off slow and end up right in the playoff hunt toward the end of the year? And if the NL East, as Happ fights off another pitch, the NL East every year, the last like 2-3 years, the New York Mets have been leading their division all the way to September. And then one season, Atlanta overtook them in September and went to the World Series. And last season, Philly overtook them and went to the World Series. So you never know what's going to happen. And the White Sox have been run down by Minnesota, Cleveland the last couple of seasons. Ian Happ fights off another pitch, making this man work for it. Maybe that's why he only been pitching one inning for every time he plays. He don't really got that much. Genesis Cabrera. Baltimore falls to Tampa Bay 3-0. The Yankees look like they're about to win against Oakland. Ian Happ fights off another pitch. White Sox still down 4-3. Milwaukee 3-1 lead over the Dodgers. Detroit beats Cleveland. Pittsburgh defeats Colorado. Let's go, Ian Happ. Two count. Oh, he just took a pitch that's been called a strike all night, but this time it was called a ball. Four-seamer up and outside, barely missed the plate. Full count, 3-2, 1 out. 2 on at the second and third base. Bottom 5. First base is open. Is he going to walk him? Is he going to get a hit? He walked him. Bases loaded. They might as well have left old boy in the game. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th. We got Cody Bellinger. Come on, Cody B. Let's get this grand slam. Let's go ahead and get this grand slam. Let's go. He popped him up, and it's not deep enough for a sacrifice, but he's running, and he is caught by a mile. Madrigal is out by a country mile. It wasn't deep enough. It didn't even make sense to send him in that situation, bro. Like, what are they doing? Oh, man, you let the next batter try to get him in. It's an awful, awful decision to run from third, but at least the Cubs have tied the game. And Gavin Sheets just hit a solo home run to tie the game for the White Sox. It is now 4-4. And I'll be uploading these highlights, of course, to our YouTube page. In fact, while it's on a commercial break, I'm going to grab a couple of highlights from this White Sox game and from this Cubs game and upload them. That's how we do on our Central Family channels. Y'all tell me what's going on with the basketball game, by the way. Oh, you marks ain't giving me no highlights. Let's see, Dansby. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me as we check out this baseball game. My wife is like, "You gonna do the whole game?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what this is. It's what we do." I got to hit a game. I usually go to like 2 or 3 games a year. I haven't been to any baseball games this year yet. Hit the Bulls a couple of times. Went to the Milwaukee playoff game where they lost to Jimmy Butler. in the first round this year. All right, let me get this real quick. Nick Madrigal out there now in place of Nico Horner, who got hurt. Let me upload. Hold on, let me mute this real quick. All right. Man, it sucks that Horner got hurt. The Cubs would definitely have the lead right now if that didn't happen. How was everybody's Monday, by the way? Like, why would you run on that? Like, that is so weird. That was like literally like I wouldn't even did that on MLB The Show. Crazy. You are uploaded. 1-1 tie, top of the sixth. 1 on, nobody out for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm guessing Stroman walked somebody while I was uploading that. Let me see what you just did. Yeah, he walked him. Top of the sixth, 0-2 count. Stroman getting ready to deal. Goldschmidt, who's 0 for 2. Struck that boy out with the slurve. Hey, the slurve is a crazy pitch, man. Slider curve, that's nuts. Top of the sixth inning, this game is moving right along. Ooh, Stroman with another strike. 0-1. He is dealing out there. Dealing. While we're doing that, I'm gonna upload this to. Oh, that's the one pitch he ain't got control of, is that four-seam fastball. Stroman with another strike. Nolan Gorman sitting at 1-2 count. Top of the sixth, 1 out. Cubs tied 1 apiece to St. Louis. Wilson Contreras got the one run for St. Louis. Stroman pops up to center field. Swanson been doing work all day over the shoulder. Basket catch. Uploading this to Facebook now. Stroman looking at Wilson Contreras. One man on. What you got? Contreras already got to him once. That's a ball low and outside. Wilson Contreras back in Chicago for the first time since he's left the team to go to the St. Louis Cardinals. Stroman over to first base, holding the runner. Wilson Contreras was on 4 postseason teams with the Cubs. That's crazy. 117 home runs. I think it's the third most by a Cubs catcher. The umpire just hit him with a batter clock violation. So now the count's 2-1. I like these new rules. This umpire looked like Candyman, the first one. Wilson Contreras 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Stroman on his 84th pitch looking to get this guy out. 2 out, 2-1 count, 1 man on, top of the 6th. Fouls it off. And of course, the runner is going on, period. Contact or no. Now we have an opportunity for your strikeout, ground out. Stroman, stretch, delivers, and young man stole second base, of course, but that's nothing. He is now a runner in scoring position, so obviously got to keep the ball on the infield, pop him out, strike him out. Full count. Don't walk him, Stroman. You've been doing good all game. Don't be looking at this guy like he's one of your heroes because he's your former teammate. You ain't trying to hit none of that. Well, Contreras just hit a double off the wall at center field. And he's embracing the boos. 2-1 lead, St. Louis, top of the 6th. Stroman just respect him a little too much. It looks like you can't be giving up those types of hits with 2 outs, my guy. Well, yeah, boo him. Do not cheer this man anymore. Boo this guy. All right, Stroman, get out the inning. .84-mile-per-hour slurve ball. And he strikes out Donovan. Oh, nope, foul tip. So it looks like Stroman won't be doing much after this inning. He's getting closer to 90 pitches. Guessing they're going to come with somebody else for the 7th. And here we go. 2-1 St. Louis right after the Cubs tie the game, take the lead back. And Donovan flies out to Suzuki. Suzuki's in the right spot. 2-1 going to the bottom. Let's see if the Cubs can take some momentum with them and get this lead back, or at least tie it going into the bottom of the 6th inning. So Contreras, so far today, 2 hits, a run scored, and a run batted in. He has had this circled on his calendar for God knows how long. So let's see. Can I make this? There we go. Now, Cubs down 2-1, man. Hopefully, they can take this momentum that they kind of garnered in the last inning and carry it over into this one and get some more runs. All right, now I can share this. And then real quick around lead, I got to share that White Sox clip in a second. But Cubs down 2-1, going into the bottom of the 6th. Wilson Contreras is biting them in the butt. White Sox, bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded for Kansas City with 0 outs. Jeez. So, that's going to be a tough situation. Miami still leading New York 84-91 in the 4th quarter of this game. Miami leads the series 2-1. They're trying to take a commanding 3-1 lead, where we know only a few teams will come back from that type of deficit. Suzuki with a close to a home run down the right field line, but it's just foul. Let's get it. Suzuki with strike 2. 2 foul balls to start the inning as Cabrera starting to work his way through his 2nd inning of work. Suzuki safe at first base. And for the 2nd straight inning, the leading man is on base. The leadoff man is on base for the Chicago Cubs. Hopefully they can get some runs. Not just 1, but 2. Let's get this over with. Both teams struggling to get runs. Contreras is responsible for the run scored and the run batted in for St. Louis as the Cubs are down 2-1. Bottom of the 6th inning versus the hated St. Louis Cardinals. Trey Mancini up to bat with a strikeout and a flyout. Need something big from him right now. It's 0 for 2 today. 1-0 pitch. Ooh, bounced it off his shin guard. So this guy has Innings is an off-speed pitcher as well. He likes to throw his curveballs low and inside. He's off base with that one. His changeup was a ball, so it's 2-1 count. Trey Mancini at bat. Suzuki at first base, bottom of the sixth. No outs. 2-1 St. Louis. Ooh, bounces it off his chin guard again. What are you doing, Trey Mancini? Trying to hurt yourself? 2-2. Genesis Cabrera. It's a cool name. What you got, Cabrera? Oh, Mancini swings at another pitch that was in the dirt. And honestly, bro, he been in the dirt that whole at bat. You could have held up right there. Get on base. So it looks like Matt Mervis is at bat. One out, one on, bottom of the sixth. Let's go. Show me some of that power you got, my guy. Oh, swinging and missing on the first pitch. That was a nice little slider, though. It would have been called a strike anyway, even though it was low. This is how it's been being called today. Next pitch coming. Oh, he's looking to try to, he wants to show us the power, but he swings at another off-speed pitch. 2 strikes for Mervis. Come on, Mervis. Don't be nervous, Mervis. That curveball had him looking silly. Oh, another one low and outside. So all he's throwing is curves and sliders. Curves and sliders for Genesis Cabrera right now. Mervis, come on, my guy. Go ahead and hit a home run. Get that 2-1 shot, take the lead. Oh, up and inside. Mervis gets out the way. That was a 4-seam fastball. That was the hardest pitch he's thrown, 95 miles per hour, but he doesn't have any control over it. Basically just threw that thing like he was trying to kill somebody. Cabrera gets his pitch, throws the slider, and now we are at a full count. Mervis, good job working your way back from 0-2 to a full count. Bottom sixth, 1 out. The St. Louis Cardinals lead the Cubs 2-1 behind an RBI and a run scored from Wilson Contreras. Four-seam fly ball. Just pops him right on up. Four-seam fastball. Mervis. So the Cubs go from 1 on, nobody out to 1 on, 2 outs. And they still have an opportunity to score to at least tie the game or take the lead right here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Around the league, you're looking at the Yankees leading Oakland 7-2. The White Sox, after tying the game at 4, are now down 7-4. Milwaukee's up 6-1 on the Dodgers. Detroit defeat Cleveland. Tampa Bay defeated Baltimore. Pittsburgh defeated Colorado. And you got a couple more games later tonight. Over in the NBA, the Knicks are still down 89-95 in Miami. As Patrick Wisdom is looking to do something. 1-1 is the count. 2 out. He had a single in this game. We can use a double, run scoring double, or a home run. Let's go, Wisdom. What you got, Wisdom? Let's go. Being patient. Looks like Genesis Cabrera doesn't have too much control of his fastball right now. His slider was up and in right there. Wisdom moves out the way. Give him something to hit, Cabrera. Give him something to hit. Don't be scared. 5 seconds on the clock. 1 second on the clock. He goes with another slider. This time, Wisdom tries to drive it to left field, but it goes foul. Patrick Wisdom in the top 5 of most home runs hit since May 25th of 2021 with 64 home runs in that time span. And Goldschmidt over on the Cardinals side is right in front of him with 67 home runs hit in that time span. But what you got, Patrick Wisdom? Looks like it's going to be a 4-seam fastball up and out. So we are in another full count. 3-2, 2 out, bottom of the 6th, 1 on. Can Patrick Wisdom give the Cubs the lead with 1 swing or at least tie the game? Cabrera shakes off a few calls and now he's ready. Winds up. Oh, another slider. Wisdom hits it to left field again. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Cubs down 2-1. White Sox just falling apart. Kansas City now up 9-4 in the bottom of the 6th. And he just walked Patrick Wisdom with another high 4-seam fastball, this time at 97. If he gets control over that pitch, he throws it pretty hard, 95, 96, 97. He'd be a dangerous relief pitcher, but right now it's just a ball that he throws fast. So Amaya is coming in to hit for Barnhart, which I'm excited to see these young guys. So we got Mervis already starting and Amaya's in. Maybe we'll see Christopher Morel at some point. But Genesis Cabrera is struggling right now. This is the second inning when the Cubs have had the opportunity to get to him. Appreciate you guys for joining us on Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central. I'm your boy Big Bro. I'm your host. As there's another pitching change, Amaya is looking to get a timely hit for the Cubs. Cubs would at least have 2 runs if Nico Horner didn't get hurt rounding the bases. Unfortunately, that's how baseball goes. White Sox now 9-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Kansas City still batting. It was 4-4 going into that 6th inning. Miami's looking like they're going to take care of the Knicks tonight, 89-97 right now. Jimmy Butler doing his thing, 24 points. Bam Adebayo showing up with 20 points and 12 rebounds to go along with. That's it. He ain't got no blocks. RJ Barry showed up tonight. So did Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, but unfortunately, nobody else. And free D Rose, get them off the bench. They still got a chance, though. 6 minutes ago in the 4th quarter, down 8. They're going to have to do something, though. Y'all in the chat, let me know who y'all think going to win this game tonight between the Lakers and Golden State. If y'all into basketball, let us know who you're going to win that game. Am I watching a Dunkin' Donuts commercial with Ben Affleck? And he don't even look like Batman no more. Batman don't go to Dunkin' Donuts. Stop it. Cubs down 2-1, but they got 2 on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. As Amaya comes to bat, pinch hitting from Barnhart. Let's see how this goes. It's a huge at bat. Somebody on the YouTube page has commented, "You guys must be missing Contreras." I don't know if the Cubs are missing him, but they do appreciate everything he did when he was here. Pitch and change. Jordan Hicks, 13 innings pitched, 2 home runs allowed. Let's get 3 home runs, my guy. Let's go, young fella. They called you up. Let's see what you gonna do. Let's get it. What's up, King Kaysen? How you doing? Appreciate you for rocking with the game tonight, my guy. As Amaya, first pitch, fouls it off. 0-1. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Cubs trying to take the lead on the hated Cardinals. And another foul ball. This guy throws it hard. His sinker is coming in at 98, 99 miles per hour. And if you haven't seen him and you just coming off the bench, not having any at-bats, I mean, geez, like that's a 99-hour sinker that he touched with his bat and it didn't even go anywhere. Okay, I see what you want, Brody. Amaya didn't have a chance against this guy. He just swung at oh Lord, at the worst pitch, like a slider outside in the dirt. But after those 2 sinkers inside, he was just trying to do anything he could. Cubs losing 2-1, basically to Wilson Contreras, because he's responsible for an RBI and he's also responsible for a run scored. The 11-24 St. Louis Cardinals lead the Chicago Cubs, sitting at 17-17 by 1 run, going into the 7th inning. Now, normally on this channel, we start from the 7th inning on because, you know, I got kids and my wife be like, hey, do stuff with the kids. So we don't do the whole game all the time, but sometimes we're going to jump on here and do all games all the time, the whole game, and kick it with the game. Appreciate your likes, comments, and shares. The Cubs, man, they got some work to do. They only got 1 run. They had an opportunity to get more. Lico Horner hurt himself rounding the bases, and that's where we stand right now. Meanwhile, the White Sox are down 12-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. They've given up 8 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. So it's not looking good for those guys tonight. Although they've been playing better in the month of May, it's not looking good for the White Sox tonight. And over in the NBA, Miami's trying to close out the New York Knicks 99-91, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Miami leads the New York Knicks. Rather that, you got Golden State versus the Lakers. And of course, you know, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are trying to go up 3-1 on the defending champs. Let's see who gets that done. If you guys are interested in any NBA content, holler at NBA Central, the one with the orange and black letters. That's with the gang. We got CEO Hayes, Steve-O Speaks, as well as Bobby and C-Dub, along with myself. We give you guys daily content over there, and all the rest of the Central channels: Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Sky Central, and then the Cognac Gang with the Shy Bulls podcast. And to start the 7th inning, the leading Boxberger is pitching, and the first pitch swinging leads to a leadoff double for the St. Louis Cardinals. Boxberger is an interesting name. The only Boxberger I'm familiar with is Hamburger Helper. Pardon the noise in the back. My kid is 5. He's going to be 5 for the rest of the year. 5-year-olds are nothing but. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the honeycomb commercials from back in the day where this wild animal would just run around talking about how bad they want honeycombs. That's what a 5-year-old is like. Boxberger's trying to hold the runner at second. Just got him looking with a 4-seam fastball at 90 miles per hour. 2-1. St. Louis leads, top of the 7th. One man already in scoring position, standing at second. Carlson at the bat. Boxberger delivers. Ooh, got him looking again. Had him looking at 2 4-seams. And now he fouls off another 4-seam to keep the count at 1-2. Oh man, mercifully, the 6th inning finally ended for the White Sox, and they're down 12-4. Oh, was it? Carlson just hit an interesting foul ball. Like it was like an inch away. Well, not an inch. It hit the wall on the left field side. The ball boy been busy tonight over there. Miami, Arizona just got started, so it has Texas and Seattle and Washington, San Francisco as well. So all the baseball games going now. Boxberger with an inside pitch, slider inside. Now the count runs to 2-2. Carlson struck out on a check swing. Boxberger gets out of that situation. Hopefully, he can get 2 more outs. So now we got Edman, who struck out swinging and grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. Struck out swinging in the 2nd. Let's see what he can get done today. Looks at a 4-seam fastball ball at 91 miles per hour. Get away from me, child. Go wipe your face.
I look like a vampire.
You do look like a vampire. Edman at 1-1. 1 out, top of the 7th. St. Louis leads the Cubs 2-1. Edman takes another ball, 91 mile per hour. Look like a slider. That's another 4-seamer on the inside. What's wrong with you, Boxberger? Let's go. Now this 4-seamer is right on the money. 92 miles per hour. Edman just looking at it. So he got 2 balls, 2 strikes, hasn't taken a swing yet. Edman, another 4-seam fastball. Hit right to their field. Holds the man at second. Now we got 2 outs, top of the 7th. 1 on, standing at second. Carlson. And the Cubs are trying to keep these guys off the board so they can at least tie or take the lead in the next inning. Meanwhile, the White Sox gave up 8 runs in the 6th inning to give up. They were leading this game. Now it's 4-12. Milwaukee has taken off on the Dodgers. Didn't the Dodgers win like 120 games last year? They're down 9-1 versus Milwaukee. All the late games are still tied at 0. And pretty much every earlier game is over with besides this one and the White Sox game. Boxberger with a 1-1 count facing Nisner, top of the seventh inning. And he gets Nisner to pop up. Suzuki calls it, catches it, inning over. Way to not give up any runs, young fella. Cubs go to the bottom of the seventh, down 2-1 versus the hated St. Louis Cardinals. Now it's the seventh inning stretch. Who they got singing tonight? Doug Bruno, the Paul women's basketball head coach and Chicago native, Doug Bruno. And it's crazy how, with the exception of the 80s and the early 2000s, how the Paul's women's basketball team is routinely better than the men's basketball team, like infinitely better. Appreciate you guys joining us. We're in the seventh inning stretch. Speaking of seventh inning stretch, check out that episode of the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central right here. You can check us out on YouTube. Go look at all our old videos. I got Antonio Pac-Man with me. I also got Joe Carter. These guys are baseball fanatics. They watch minors. Joe played in the minors. And he also played for the Chicago Dogs out there in Rosemont. And Antonio Pac-Man is just he's a baseball savant. That's all he knows and studies. I don't even think he talks to his kids about anything other than baseball or in baseball terminologies. So if y'all are interested in good Chicago baseball content and conversation for both the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox, check out the seventh inning stretch right here on this channel and all our daily updates and shorts for the highlights so far this season. So Cubs are down 2-1 going into the bottom of the seventh. They got to make some shake or they're going to find themselves on the losing end of another baseball game. And considering how they lost yesterday, they definitely don't want to go to extras because it's been rough. And lately, I'm not sure what's been going on with the Cubs in terms of their runners in scoring position situation. Today, they got the hit, and Nico got hurt rounding the bases. But lately, the bats have been quiet. Looks like Miami's up still, 106-99 versus the Knicks with a minute and 11 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And Suzuki hits one to the shortstop. Oh, my bad. That was Madrigal. Hits one to the shortstop. He's out at first base. He got caught trying to score on a sacrifice fly as well in the fifth inning and got thrown out at the plate. And it was just a terrible decision. I'm not even sure why the third base coach would even send him on such a shallow fly ball. Like, I could have thrown him out from that position. See what Swanson got. Hicks throws the ball in the dirt for that first pitch. Swanson ahead in the count, 1-0. 2-1 St. Louis, bottom of the seventh. Wilson Contreras responsible for a run and a run scored and an RBI. He definitely reveled in these both moments as he's peppered with cheers and jeers from his former fans or still fans, depends on who you ask. Swanson looking at a 2-1 situation ahead of Hicks. Hicks is throwing sweepers out there. He's thrown 3 sweepers and a sinker. And 101 mile per hour nasty sinker. Outside, like Jesus, that thing had movement. 2-2 count. Hicks throws another 4-seam fastball, but this one's too high. Another full count for the White Sox. 1 down in the bottom of the seventh. Down 2-1 against these old stinking Cardinals. Here's your pitch. Hicks with another 100-mile-per-hour sinker. This time it was low and inside. I'm sorry, this one was the sweeper, low and inside. Sweepers, sinkers. This time he walked them though. Sweepers and sinkers. Let's see what Ian Happ can do right here. He's had a pretty good game, possibly an all-star season. The Knicks down 106-99. Even with RJ Barrett showing up, but it's not enough. Ian Happ looks at a sinker on the inside, right at the knees. That thing has some nice movement to it, though. Starting outside and work, or inside and works its way a little bit out, but across the plate. Hicks with another pitch. Now this is the sweeper. So he's basically like fastball changeup, but it's sinker sweeper. And those seem to be his only pitches. I think he got a four-seamer. What you got? Yep, there's his four-seam at 101 miles per hour. Catcher tried to frame it, but it seemed like the umpire got his wits about him after earlier calling up some of those strikes after he got hit in the face with the ball. Ooh, struck him out with a high fastball. He hasn't even been locating it. Not in the strike zone. But it starts like at the knees and then rises to your shoulder. So like Ian Happ thought he was seeing something different. If you just joining us, Cubs down 2-1, bottom of the seventh. Hicks is out there facing Bellinger. We need something from Bellinger. These Cubs have one on. And the home run takes the lead. Cody B grounds right to the pitcher. And we're going to the top of the eighth, down 2-1 versus the Cardinals. Cubs struggling to get runs in. They do have 5 hits. Not doing much with it. White Sox down 12-4. They do have one on in the top of the seventh with 2 outs. It looks like Milwaukee's trying to take care of business versus the Dodgers. They're up 9-3. Washington's up 5-0 in the top of the first over the San Francisco Giants. And then you got Texas down 2-1 in Seattle, and Miami and Arizona are both tied. And it's looking like Miami is going to go ahead and take a 3-1 lead over the New York Knickerbockers. New York just don't have enough. Miami's much better than, pardon the noise, my dog comes running downstairs. But they're a much better team than their seed. And it's been showing throughout this playoffs that they've knocked off the number 1 seed and now, I believe, the number 5 seed. Well, they haven't knocked them off, but they're on the verge of knocking off the number 5 seed. And the Cubs got some work to do going into the 8th inning. You got Nootbaar. That's always going to be funny to me. Goldschmidt and Gorman coming up. Man, this Cubs team has been surprising to me. I know y'all like this hat too. It's got the White Sox colors. I tend to do that. I like buying White Sox hats. They got the Cubs colors, and Cubs hat they got the White Sox colors because I root for both teams, and it confuses people. So St. Louis has 15 straight winning seasons. I remember that Atlanta team that was 1991 to 2005 winning their division all the time. But the Cardinals are in jeopardy of ending the current streak of 15 straight winning seasons if they don't get it together. Right now, they got it together versus the Cubs. Let's see. We got Fulmer in the game pitching for the Cubs against Nootbaar. I'm pretty sure I'm saying properly. It's probably Nootbaar or Noobar or something. The T silent. But Nootbaar is Nootbaar. Fulmer with another strike. 1-2 count. Ooh, they say this is their worst start since 1973. 13 blown lead losses, worst in the NL. Lost every season or opener this season. So the numbers are on the Cubs' side. They can blow a lead and lose a series opener if the Cubs can keep them off the board here in the top of the eighth and score in the ninth, in the eighth, and the bottom of the eighth. We got the St. Louis Cardinals leading the Cubs 2-1, top of the eighth. Wilson Contreras' revenge game is in full effect as Fuller works into a full count versus Nootbaar. Nootbaar so far has flat out to center, lined out to center, and walked. And there's another walk. So he's drawn 2 walks in the last couple of innings. Fulmer, right-handed pitcher, just gave them leadoff batter on base, top of the 8th inning. St. Louis looking for some insurance runs versus the Chicago Cubs. It said Fig Nootbaar. Brandon Flowers. Cubs down 2-1, top of the 8th versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Goldschmidt trying to get that insurance run over for the St. Louis Cardinals. Sets up outside. Low and outside. 1-1 count. So he started with the sinker, moved over to the cutter. Chicago Cubs 3 games back and forth of first place. Pittsburgh finally got a win after losing 7 games in a row. Goldschmidt looks at another cutter outside. My God, that cutter is not cutting today, my dude. Let it go. And then we got a final in Miami. The Knicks have fallen to the Miami Heat. 109-101. Ooh, you was calling it a strike all night. So now that ain't a strike? Stop it, dude. He bogus. He is dead wrong. That sinker on the outside, right there on the corner, has been a strike all night, but I guess no longer. 3-1 count. Pitched it right to him, but he pops out to left field. Good job. Goldschmidt flied out to left. Ian Happ with the catch. Got 1 out, top of the 8th with 1 on. Cubs down 2-1 with Nolan Gorman up to bat 0 for 3 today with a line out and 2 flyouts. Fam had to be either a pitcher or a cookie salesman. Nootbaar. 1-0 count to Gorman in the top of the 8th. Cubs trying to keep that run off the board. That insurance run that St. Louis is looking for. Fulmer with another low cutter. Come on, dude. What is your cutter setting up? Because it ain't working today, my dude. There we go. Four seam fastball, 94 miles per hour, up and in the zone. Oh, another one. Okay, so he's locating that four seamer in his zone. Should be 3-1. Did he not? He called that other four seamer a ball? Is he tweaking? This umpire been tripping all night, and then he called that one a strike out or a strike. I don't know what. I mean, he got hit in a face guard this game. I mean, that was a strike. It's barely there, but it's a strike. But the other one was literally there, and you called it a ball. This umpire been tweaking all night. Okay, he hit it. Runner's gonna get from first to third. You're gonna have runners at the corner, one out, top of the eighth. But we wouldn't have got there if the umpire didn't call that first four seamer a ball when it was clearly a strike. I'm not sure what dude been seeing all night, but he been bogus. Hmm. Now we got a mound visit. I don't think they're about to take Buddy out though. We got the double play ball still in play. If he can get somebody to swing at that cutter, you got to put it somewhere where they got to want to hit it though. Come on, Former. Just get us through this inning so we can try to get some runs. Who y'all got tonight for Golden State and the Lakers, man? Or are y'all just strictly baseball fans in this joint? Wilson Contreras could put this game away. 2 for 3, single double, RBI, and a run. And coming into this series, he was basically being scapegoated as Foreman hits him with a cutter that actually finally hit the strike zone. And they took him out, took him away from being a catcher, and now they got him playing a different position. Today, he's been money. This time, he gets on base. He scores the run. 3-1 lead, St. Louis. Cubs don't get the double play. They take the man away from second, and now you got one on at first. 2 outs, top of the eighth. 3-1 St. Louis. They get the insurance run. There would have been a play at the plate, but he didn't even take it. He looked. Wilson looked at first, but he had to go to second. Maybe if he looked at home, but if he would have just went to second first, they would have got the double play and the run wouldn't have counted. I don't understand why you look at home first instead of just getting up and going straight to second and trying to get the double play because it would have been in an ending. It doesn't make sense to look at home right there. Man. Oh. 3-1 St. Louis looking for another insurance run. And then he can't locate this cutter, dude. Like, Jesus. Apparently that's a changeup. All right. What you got for me? 2-1 count. Pops him up. And there you go again. Wilson Contreras with 2 outs again is just crushing the Cubs. All 3 runs credited to Wilson Contreras. Aaron Bummer bogus. So apparently Aaron Bummer was the reason talking to the guys as they out with their families. That Hornet injury sucks. Let's see what the Cubs can do. See what they can do. This guy say the team from Cali gonna win. I wonder if we're gonna get off again Anthony Davis tonight because he's been on one game, off one game. He definitely got to show up tonight. So let's see. I don't understand why Wisdom looked at home right there. What do you guys think? Like, should he had thought about the play at the plate, or should he have just been thinking double play the entire time and just alleviating the point or altogether because it's an inning double play. So regardless of if he touches home plate or not, as long as you get that double play, you straight. Zach Flaherty and Jameis Tyone, that's what I call him, on the mound tomorrow. 3-1 St. Louis as Hicks has found his rhythm. 99 miles per hour sinker. Got him looking, and he's going to go for another sinker. And that was a ball. We got Suzuki, Mancini, and Mervis up. Mervis was out there. He got played the last time he was at bat. Suzuki fouls one off, 100 mile per hour sinker. It's been all sinkers. So far in the last 5 games, Chicago Cubs have scored 16 runs, 11 in the 8th inning or later. So they still have a chance. This time the sweeper doesn't locate. It's low and outside. Cubs trying to at least get a run to make things interesting. 3-1 St. Louis. Wilson Contreras with 2 RBIs and a run scored. This time, again, the sweeper just cannot be located for this young guy. Hicks. Full count once again. Can the Cubs get their leadoff runner on base for the 3rd straight inning? Suzuki broken bat, but it's caught at the zone. Needed to get it a little bit higher. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. That's crazy. And then the first pitch to Mervis is looking. He swung at 3 pitches last bat. He's looked at this sinker. This sinker just had him fooled. 101 miles per hour, but it's cool. My bad, I said Mervis. He's on deck. It's Mancini. Mancini looked at that one too. So we got a sinker and a sweeper. The sweeper for this young guy isn't located, but he's trying to set him up. 1-1. Setting up low on his side. Bouncer right to first. He's out. Mancini 0 for 4 for the day after that. So now we got Mervis. And I'm interested to see how he approaches this bat because he really got played last time. This young fella had him looking goofy. I guess they're having another meeting at the mound. Don't they only supposed to get like a limited amount of these now? Didn't they change the rules? Oh, the pitching change. Okay. I don't know why he took him out because Mervis didn't even look good against him in the 8th inning. So I don't know what they're doing. Don't forget to join the NBA Central game tomorrow night at C-Dub. Calls the Philly game. The Philly versus Boston game is going to be going down. So far early in the Lakers game, the Lakers lead Golden State 5-3. So we're still in the bottom of the 8th. We got a pitching change. Wilson Contreras has been killing the Cubs. Killing them. So Ryan Helsley is now the pitcher. Ooh. Got Mervis out there pitching. It's like swinging. It's like 4 straight swings. That slider had him fooled low in the middle of the plate. Like his curveball, and like he's trying to go inside with it. Mervis got an opportunity right there to turn on that joint. Popped him up. Inning over. Unless they drop it. All right. Nope. Inning over. End of the 8th. So the Cubs got to keep St. Louis off the board in the top of the 9th and then score in the bottom of the 9th to try to win this game. It's not looking good for these guys. Plus, your boy Wilson Contreras decided to come in and get his revenge. But hey, it's been fun kicking it with y'all tonight. So we got one more inning. My wife is definitely going to be happy. She's like, "You going to do the whole game?" St. Louis has a 92.8% chance of winning this game, up 3-1 going into the 9th inning. Top of the 9th, you got Newt Bar, Goldschmidt. I'm sorry. You got DeJong, Carlson, and Edmond up to bat. And the Cubs gonna have to do what they had to do. Stroman had a strong game, though. 2 runs, only 4 hits given up, a walk, 6 strikeouts. The problem was, man, it's just the Cubs themselves didn't score to give him any run support once again. Like once again. So Stroman got 7 quality starts. That's more than anybody else in the major leagues. But he's not getting any run support. So Julian Merriweather in the pitch for the Cubs. Oh, he just located a nice slider. He's facing DeJong. He's going to the 4-seam fastball and misses just outside. Just trying to keep these guys off the board and give your guys a chance, Merriweather. Oh, another slider that was right off the plate. Come on, my guy. Merriweather wearing the number 66. Goes to the 4-seam and this time rings him up on the outside middle of the plate. So we go 2-2. Keep him off the board, my guy. Struck him out swinging. Gotta love to see it. Merriweather with 97 mile per hour 4-seam fastball has been fouled off. Merriweather goes to the changeup and misses low. Four-seam fastball right there. Got him. And that was a changeup that hit him when he about to throw the 4-seam fastball to foul it off. Top of the ninth, St. Louis leading the Cubs 3-1. 1-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. Carlson at bat. Merriweather. Ooh, got him looking at a slider, and he is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Go sit down, fam. I don't even know why you mad. Like, you just looking at a slider, and you out of there. Right there, fam. You know, he been calling him low all night, too, so you can't get mad. Slider on the outside, misses his outside. Tommy Edman, 0 for 3, lined out in the 7th. Looks at a nice, nasty 4-seam that's like on the outside corner for a strike. Merriweather's locating that joint tonight. Four-seam fastball is on the outside. Couldn't locate it right there, but he got a chance. He that 4-seamer looking real good.
Okay, I found this on the web. For
Why are you
the force
talking
theme
to
are
you?
looking real good. Check it out.
Jeez, these Apple products, man.
What are you talking?
Talking to some people watching baseball with me. You can't come over here though, because there's a camera and you don't have clothes on. All right, go see your mommy. 5-year-olds. Foul tip on the slider. Hit the top of the baseball on that one. Cesar, the Cubs are down 3-1 currently. St. Louis is leading 3-1, top of the ninth, 2 out. He just popped them up behind home plate and out of play. Merriweather's facing Edman. (3-1) St. Louis. They're looking for another insurance run. The Cubs are going to have to do it in the bottom of the ninth. Tommy Edman at bat. Another slider and another foul. Swanson. There you go. All right, what we got coming to the ninth inning. Cubs with 5 hits, 1 run. St. Louis with 6 hits and 3 runs. Can the Cubs take care of business? Can they get it? Can they do it? Can they come back? Can they get 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth? I think they can. Let's see what they got. They've been doing all right all season. Tonight has been kind of tough. Runners in scoring position. They got some work to do, but they kept it close enough to at least have a chance, even though they only have 1 run. We can do a quick scoreboard update around the league. Pull that up. White Sox down 5-12 versus Kansas City after giving up 8 runs in the 6th inning. Houston leading the Los Angeles Angels 3-1 over on ESPN. And Miami and Arizona are tied. Seattle leads the Texas Rangers 0-1 or 1-0. Washington's up 5-0 on San Francisco. I think they scored all their runs in the 1st inning. In the bottom of the 3rd, Detroit beat Cleveland earlier tonight. Tampa Bay defeated Baltimore. Colorado lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Yankees defeated Oakland 7-2. That's your MLB scoreboard update. And then, of course, the Miami Heat defeated the New York Knicks 101-109, and the Lakers and Golden State are going at it 16-18 LA with a 2-point lead. And so far, Andrew Wiggins is going to play for Golden State, and over on the Lakers side, Anthony Davis started out 2 for 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, so he's doing his thing as well. LeBron kind of starting off a little bit slow. He does have 2 rebounds, but he only got 2 points. But it's early. We're going to see what's happening. Cubs, top of the ninth, bottom of the 9th inning versus the hated St. Louis Cardinals. We got Eric Hosmer at bat. Let's get him on, get him over, get him across the home plate. Helsley with the pitch. Nico Horner swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball. 0-1 count, bottom of the 9th. Chicago Cubs trying to come back versus the terrible St. Louis Cardinals. They only got 11 wins. Let's go. Sets up in the middle. Ooh, he swings and misses again at another 4-seam fastball. 101 miles per hour from Helsley. Whew. It's crazy. That boy got some heat. Here we go again. Hosmer looking at a dude who's throwing the ball 101 miles per hour. He fights off 102 mile per hour 4-seam fastball. Make him work. 3-1 St. Louis over the Cubs, bottom of the 9th inning. Helsley, that's a name for a person that throw the ball 101 miles per hour. Oh, just touches it, knocks it over. Nothing. Out at first base. At least he touched it. At least he touched the ball, because that boy throwing flames out there. We got Amaya up to bat. Come on, young fella. What you got? Amaya looks at a 98 mile per hour. What was that? A changeup? That was a four seamer. It was a little slow. Whoa. What the? Man, he been giving them. I can't even complain no more at this point. So the first pitch was a four seamer that was a ball. The second one looks like a curve ball, 88 miles per hour. It got to be a curve ball from him. Third pitch swinging, 88 miles per hour again. Slowed it down on him. 1-2 count on Amaya. Sliders, that's what those are. Okay, nice. 88 mile per hour slider. And now you know he coming back with that heat on the 1-2 count. Bottom of the ninth inning. Cubs down 3-1. 1-2 count. 1 out. Amaya at bat. And he is another slider. 90 miles per hour. I wonder why he went away from this four seam, because that's all he threw to the first batter and to start this at bat. And now he's back to the four seam, 101 miles per hour, but it is fouled off. Chicago White Sox game coming to a close as well. Top of the ninth, they're down 5-12. Cubs over here in the bottom of the ninth, down 3-1. And Helsley comes with another slider, and it misses high and outside. Catcher set up low and inside. And he threw it high and outside. Now the count runs to 2-2 for Amaya. 3-1, St. Louis leading the Cubs. Is he coming with more heat? He came with the heat, but it was only reached 99, and Amaya fought it off again. Now that's 2-2 count. Now he's up to 7 pitches. Is he coming with another slider? That's all he's gotten, sliders and fastballs. Setting up in the middle. Setting up, okay. That's another slider, but he popped him up. White Sox down to their last. The Cubs are down to their last out. Nick Madrigal, 0 for 1 after he came in the pinch run for an injured Nico Horner. Got thrown out at the plate, thrown out at fat first base. And here we are, bottom 9. Another slider on the outside for the Cardinals as they lead the Cubs 3-1. Madrigal. Foul ball. So you got a slider for the ball, and then the foul ball and the foul ball on four seamers to get it to 1-2. He's going to try to locate that slider to get him up out of here. Let's see what Madrigal can do. What you got, homie? What you got? Cubs down 3-1, in the bottom of the ninth. With 2 outs, nobody on. Wilson Contreras responsible for all 3 runs in one way or another tonight, with 2 RBIs and a run scored to get his revenge on the Chicago Cubs and the lowly St. Louis Cardinals. You see, fouls off 101 mile per hour, 4-seam fastball up and outside. Madrigal trying to keep the game alive. What do we have? What's going to happen? How can the Cubs get this victory? Let's go. Madrigal fights off another pitch. He tried to sneak another fastball by him at 101 miles per hour. And now we're looking at a 92 mile per hour slider that's slow and outside. So you have a 2-2 count. Madrigal showing great patience. 2-2 count. Oh, he check swinged that, but geez, he almost went. That was close. And now Helsley throws a curveball. Like, what? Dude, is that a part of your repertoire? All you've thrown is sliders and four seams. Full count. Helsley, Madrigal. Cubs down 3-1. Bottom of the ninth inning. Nobody on. Can Madrigal make it interesting? What you got, young fella? And he hit it right to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it to first base, and the Chicago Cubs lose to the Cardinals 3-1 in today's matchup. Wilson Contreras had the game that he probably thought he was going to have as he thought about this for weeks, months. Chicago White Sox also lose 12-5 to Kansas City. Aaron Bummer did something. I haven't checked that one out. I got to go look at the stats. But thank you for joining me for the first live call over here on the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central. In a year or so, when this thing is like up there, y'all gonna be like, I was there for the first one. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Y'all already know this is the first place to come to check out Chicago Cubs and Chicago White Sox content. Go ahead and follow everything else in the Central family. The Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central, Chicago Sky Central. And of course, we got the Cognac Gang with the Shot Bulls podcast and NBA Central, where tomorrow night, Shot Bulls podcast with the Cognac Gang and the rest of the NBA Central will be broadcasting live the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 5. If you like NBA content, come rock with us. Y'all already know we do daily updates. It's busting over here. We're going to holler at y'all next time. Cubs lose 3-1. 3-1 versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Couldn't get runs with runners in scoring position. Cubs had an opportunity to take the lead. Nico Horner around in the bases, but he ended up getting hurt. Madrigal gets thrown out at the plate. So that's how it went tonight. St. Louis had a couple of insurance runs after that. But good game for the Cubs in St. Louis. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Of course, if it's a close game, we're going to jump right in here from the 7th inning forward. But until then, we're going to holler at y'all later. I'm your boy, Big Bro. We appreciate y'all. Peace.